Yes, people, Football, and today we're talking about another Arsenal story, and this time it's Dani Ceballos, a name I never thought I would hear again in context with Arsenal. But the come around in the papers that he's linked back to Arsenal again after he spent 2 years here, linked again due to him getting a lack of playing time at Real Madrid. As always, this is why football, a page where I post a lot of Arsenal and football related content. So if you are new and you enjoy both those things, please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and leave in the comment section down below whether you think Arsenal should go back in for Dani Ceballos. I don't think this is going to be much of a 50-50, to be fair. I think a lot of Arsenal fans were happy to see the back of his head. So yeah, Dani Ceballos of course came to Arsenal and played 2 seasons. He came first under Unai Emery for a year-long loan, and then we renewed that year-long under Arteta, and this is the first season we are without him. And he hasn't managed to break into Real Madrid's side. Am I surprised by this? No. The man only showed flashes of brilliance at Arsenal, and flashes of brilliance is not enough to get a starting position in any football team. So Arsenal monitoring his situation again, which has really confused me, to be fair, because I thought he's one of those things where it's a chapter done with Dani Ceballos. He was a loan player. We had him for 2 years on loan. I thank him for his services. We move on. We signed someone like Lokonga to replace him, and of course kept Granit Xhaka at the football club. But so, to cement my opinion and to see whether I wasn't just thinking horribly, I actually looked at PremierLeague.com to get the stats for Dani Ceballos for his 2 seasons at Arsenal. And the first thing that jumps out your page is win-loss percentage. In 49 appearances, 21 wins, 17 losses. Like, look at that ratio, man. For a club of Arsenal, it's not like he's playing for a mid-table team. Obviously, Arsenal have been playing like a mid-table side, but is there any coincidence that we're starting to actually pick up results now he's gone? 21 wins and 17 losses is not a good enough ratio. It's not a good enough ratio by any means. Not a good enough ratio for any football player, especially for Dani Ceballos, a midfielder. Because the game is won or lost in the midfield battles. I'll debate that all the way to the end of time. The midfield is the most important position on the football pitch. If you dominate the midfield, there's a high chance you come out with the victory. Look at the teams over the years. Even the Arsenal teams back in the day, Patrick Vieira dominated the midfield. That's why we won a lot of results. Roy Keane for Manchester United, Kante for Chelsea, reason they won the Premier League. Like, look, these midfield players are literally the difference in title winning and just general winning sides. And if we don't have a good enough midfield and he's part of that, we're going to struggle. And we did struggle for the past 2 seasons since he's been here, 8th in both those seasons that Dani Ceballos was at this football club. So I think that's linked to it. But then looking at his stats in depth, in the Premier League, 49 appearances, 0 goals. Man's doing up Donut FC, 0-0-0. Like, we know that goals from midfield was a struggle for Arsenal Football Club. So the fact that he scored 0 doesn't really surprise me, and we're looking to bring this person back doesn't make any sense. 26 shots in 49 appearances, or like 19% shooting accuracy. Like, it's all not good enough. 5 assists is still not great, let's be honest, but he's alarming one. 18% cross accuracy. Like, come on, he's meant to be midfield. He's Spanish, technical, literally, like, those two, they're very, very, like, they appear line in line, Spanish plus technical ability, literally. If you're a Spanish footballer, you grow up on technical ability, you grow up passing the ball, you grow up playing tiki-taka football. It's just part of the DNA as a Spanish footballer, and the fact he's got 18% accuracy on crosses, like, come on. Are you not Spanish or something? Like, were you not born in Spain? Are you a fake Spanish citizen? So yeah, he's a struggle for him. And yeah, his discipline, of course, it wasn't the worst, like, playing in terms of discipline. His tackle success rate was only 55%. He was just an all-round, just casual footballer for Arsenal. And the fact we want him back, of course, I'm going to go out and say this right now. I think Arsenal wanted him back is, like, I don't think there's any truth to that rumour. I've seen it spread about a few times now, so I thought I'd bring it up. I don't think there's any truth. I don't think it will happen. But on the off chance that it is actual concrete rumours, I have to go out on a limb and say I'm disappointed in Arsenal Football Club for doing something like this. Really, really disappointed. We shouldn't be resorting to picking up players. We don't go back in time. We move forward. Of course, like, is my opinion is very little, because I said Ramsdale was a bad signing when we got him, and he turned out to be great. Same with Ben White, and he's turned out to be great. So look, but we've seen Dani Ceballos play, and of course, Gooners can back me up in the comment section down below. The man was not good enough to start for Arsenal, and I'd rather have Lokonga start over him. Let's be real with it right now. I'd rather have Lokonga start over him. Now, with that being said, the fact that I don't want us to get Dani Ceballos, does that mean I don't want us to get a midfielder? No. I still think we need another centre midfielder. In fact, for me, that is number one priority on the name sheet, or on the transfer list, sorry. We need a starting centre midfielder next to Thomas Partey. Granit Xhaka is not good enough to start every game, in my opinion. Lokonga is still young and will develop. I think we need another starting centre mid next to Thomas Partey, and someone that doesn't have to be as good as Thomas Partey, but at least is good enough that them two can form a real good partnership of two great players. Because I feel like Partey is doing a job of two midfielders at times. Like, Lokonga's good, don't get me wrong, but he's a foil to Partey. Partey is a standout midfielder in that midfield too, not encountering the Cam and all their man up the field. So I think we need another starting centre midfielder. I just don't think that should be Dani Ceballos. For me, in January, we need a starting centre mid. We need a starting calibre centre mid, a great starting centre mid. And honestly, I'd maybe look at a striker if options come about, especially with Lacazette looking to leave on a freeze, not looking to re-sign contract, which of course is disappointing due to the fact that Lacazette started this season very well. His link-up play is very underrated. Of course, he doesn't get the goals that you need or want from a striker, but he brings more to the table than goals. It's not like Aubameyang, where Aubameyang is basically a goal scorer. Lacazette's got his hold-up play, he's got his link-up play. He brings others into the game, and when he's on the pitch, other players score more goals. So it's not necessarily him directly scoring goals, but he indirectly brings goals to the football team. So I think we do need another striker to kind of replace Lacazette if he does leave at the end of the season for free. And it will be disappointing to lose him for free, because I think we could get a good 15 million at least for Alex Lacazette. But yeah, it's just been I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, going back to the original point, Arsenal linked to Dani Ceballos, and in my opinion, we should not sign him. We should not go anywhere near him. We should not even consider bringing him to Arsenal Football Club. We've moved on from Dani Ceballos now. I wish him the best at Real Madrid, even though he's not getting games. Maybe he should go out to a lower level Spanish club at Real Betis. He can join his mate Hector Bellerin over there. That would be amazing. But yeah, for me, no to Dani Ceballos, but yes to a centre midfielder this January. Hopefully, if not this summer. And do we progress with this youth policy at Arsenal Football Club of bringing in under 23 players that we can develop, because it seemed to work so far. Ramsdale's been great, Ben White's been great, Lokonga's been great, Nuno Tavares has been great, just to name a few. Odegaard, of course, we brought him back, he's been great. So is it something? Do we need to get a centre mid that's young and bring him up like a Bruno Guimaraes, I think his name is, or Ruben Neves, for example? Who knows? But for me, we do need starting centre mid. But for me, that centre mid cannot be Dani Ceballos. As always, leave in the comment section down below your feelings around this. Do you think Arsenal should re-sign Dani Ceballos? If yes, why? If no, why? And who would you like else? Do you think Arsenal should sign a centre mid in the first place? You might think, nah, we're good, we're sorted. If so, fair play. I've been White Football. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing on my road to 700. If you like Arsenal football related content, this is the place to be, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.